What's up, guys? I'm gonna make this quick. I'm really happy. A lot of you guys are taking Vegeks Boo to locals and doing really well with it, and I'm glad. That's pretty awesome. If any of you guys want clarification on this deck, which it's not super autopilot, so I just want to explain a few things. If you're trying this deck out for the first time, right? So, if you want to take out the draft box 4 cards, which are 5, so the Viara, right? The 4-drop Viara and the Gohan that comes in for free, the SS3, you can take them out. It's no big deal. But um, the 3-drop and the 2-drop, the Pepperoni and the Nagrishi, those guys are still cents. So we can still use those. And the deck doesn't really lose an edge. Because when you replace Gohan and Viara, you're replacing them with like Kid Goku and a 30k. Where's he at? There he is. So you're replacing him with really good cards. Ken posted a really good budget deck that's just as good as this one, or maybe better. Um, so the way that you guys have to think about the fact that there's different avenues of approach. You can go skillless, or you can go if you have the Vegeta cards, the Xeno Vegeta cards that just got a price spike. You can use that as well. It doesn't really matter. Just remember that Majin Buu isn't part of whatever engine you're running. Majin Buu is like a backup at the end of the game, you know? So, turn 1, we're gonna play the Goku. Goku's gonna fetch us a Dragon Ball. Or, turn 2, he's gonna play a 30k, right? So that's our turn 1 through 2. Or, what you can do turn 2 is play Krillin to bring out Trunks from if he's in the drop area. That's the plays that you're actually using. These guys come out for free, turns 1 through 2. You're probably gonna combo him out, or he's gonna probably swing a lot. He's gonna leave to bring out Nagrishi. And then when Trunks does get played, him and Krillin are probably gonna go for a Pepperoni. Now Pepperoni isn't expensive. He's like 2 cents, I think, or Nagrishi's like 50 cents. And it's such a good play. Like, if you're making the budget deck, you need those guys. Because it just gives you... They're free attacks. There's no reason not to. Let's see. Nagrishi comes up for Trunks. This is already pretty powerful, right? You swing with Trunks. You swing with him. You have a ball in hand. All that's pretty well and dandy. So, you have to pressure them to the point of them not being able to take it anymore. You know, they're tapped out. Their sparking's bad. Then you swing with leader and use cards like Kraken Space Time or Champa combined with your super combo to take them really low. And if that doesn't work, then you move on to Boo. So what I mean by that is, you can't simply start by doing Boo. Because if they have a Shocking Death Ball or a Revenge Death Ball or anything that can get rid of the Boo, or just a simple counter play, the whole play is going to fall apart. The point is to use your board to pressure them into having to use those negates, having to use those counter plays that they're saving to save themselves, you know. And once they use all of those and they're tapped out, you know, they have 3 cards in hand, probably dead cards. They probably have like a Victory Strike, a 2 1k combos, and a Sensu Beam. But they're tapped out, you know. That's when you play the Boo, you know? You want Pepperoni to get counterplayed. You want Vegeta to get counterplayed. You want this to get negated, you know? You want to be as aggressive as you can with anything that you're doing with Goku. With Son Goku, The Adventure Begins. You want to be very aggressive with the Universe 3 cards and with the Unison. And then when you feel like, oh, okay, they're at 2 life and they're tapped out, 3 cards left in hand, then you go for Boo Chain. Because that's what puts it over the edge. You don't put the Boo Chain in like when they're at 4, and if they're at 4 life, and that's all the damage you can do, maybe go for board. Maybe have a defensive turn, maybe clear the board, you know, deal with a potential turn they're gonna have next that could kill you. You know, deal with the board, save some cards in your hand. But you want to pretend. It's like Bruce Lee said. Bruce Lee said, when you punch someone, don't aim at them, aim through them. So pretend that your finishers are the Universe 3 and the Goku skillless package. And then, if that doesn't do it, then do Boo. Punch through them. Don't expect to just do 8 life with everything including Boo. Just think of Boo as a huge backup. And that's what I do. So one thing I like doing is, once I've attacked with all these guys, and I see that there are two, and I feel that they're getting weak, then I'll play this guy, and then I'll play this guy. So, the problem is you need to have an empty hand for the shit to work. And that's why I have a Kraken Space Time at like 2 in his deck. But it's so good though, you have to keep it. But remember, the leader makes you drop cards. So it's not so bad. You have to be smart about the way you sequence these turns, and not really smart, just practice, or just go online and check it out. So again, think of the Boo as not part of the deck. You know, think of it as your deck is whatever package you run, turns 1 through 2. The Majin Buu is like, okay, you survived it, now I can do Majin Buu. So one cool thing I like doing is, let's say this is my hand. Alright, so I'll play him, okay? And if he gets counterplayed, I can still play him, right? But let's say it doesn't, I use him, I drop a card in hand to play a Majin Buu, I do, and then I'll swing with him. And then I'll combo out. You know? And then I'll start the Buu chain of this. That's the type of plays you do. But that's when it gets so grindy that we both have 3 cards left in hand and have 2 life left. And at that point, if you bring out the Buu chain, like, then it's over. Because then you bring out a dual attacker, and then you bring out a critical and a double striker, and then it's just like way too out of control. So okay, so when you guys are building Vegeks, if you're new at building Vegeks, there's a few ways to go about it. You know, it's not just skillless, or it doesn't have to be Viara and Gohan. It doesn't have to be the Vegeta as, you know. It can be a mixture of all of those, or none of those. Double Strike Champa. You have to have the super combo, obviously. But just remember, when you do build it that way, you have to fight as if they're doing all the work, and save Buu for last. Because if you do the Buu chain too early, it could get counterplayed, it could get negated. You're just at risk of a bunch of shit. So do as much threat as you can early on, so that they have to use those defensive resources early on. Now here, I'm just gonna show you guys real quick. The Xeno, Nagrishi's at 4, he's cheap. Vegeta is at a 2 of. This guy gets played from a deck or from a drop area, so he's a 2 of. Obvious, super combo. He's at 4, we want to see him turn 1. The Ball's at 2, he comes out of the drop and the deck. She's at 2. Pepperoni's a free guy. He's at 4, he's at 4. 4, he brings out the Trunks. Where were we? Trunks at 3. Gotenks at 4. Alright, back to Trunks. And here's the Buu chain. A Kraken Space Time at 2, because it will finish your game. So, you want to exhaust your hand. You know, swing with leader, go with Kraken Space Time, see how much damage you can do. Then when they're tapped out and you're sure they can't do anything, then you're going to go into your Buu chain. Think of the Buu chain as like a sideboard that's in your deck that you can use at the end of the game before it starts out, you know? It's very weird, but whatever you do, don't think of it as part of your... a lot of people don't want to run skillless. A lot of people want to run the Xeno Vegeta combo. You can do that, but don't think of it as part of your Buu chain. The Buu chain is a last resort. It's almost like a secret rare, to be honest with you. To keep it in hand, I would keep 2 pieces to start off the Buu chain, whether it's 2 Babidis and Representant Sorcerer, or you want to hold on to 2 of a 2-drop Majin Buus, or 1 Majin Buu and 1 Babidi, whatever. Just hold on to a few in case one gets counterplayed. And you should, because I mean, usually you draw a lot and you're gonna see them. So, congrats to everybody using this deck. That's doing well with it. All my friends at locals and everything, they know that as soon as this guy got revealed, I said it day one. Like, Majin Buu. Like, what do you mean? Like, any deck that's black and aggro is inherently gonna have a bad hand, unless you run Kidku. And if you do that, why not just shotgun for life with Majin Buu? In fact, in fact, I made a deck before Vegeks was revealed, where I was like, why isn't Demigra running Majin Buu? Because what I noticed with Demigra is that Demigra, when you're done with Turles, back then, and Poutine attacks, you had like no cards in hand. So I'm like, yeah, wouldn't it be crazy if he just Majin Buu right here for one energy? I mean, it's one energy, right? So, anyway, keep posting your results on locals. Keep posting what you guys do with the deck. Just test with it. Let us know the results. We want to keep track of this, and I'm telling you guys, it's still gonna be good. When they ban you three, which they might, the deck just gets more versatile. We can go heavier into skillless. We can go heavier into the Vegeta combo. The new Vegeks cards coming out aren't bad. So yeah, there's a bright future for this deck if you guys are playing it, and I'm gonna be here testing it intensively. And yeah, good luck, have fun. Let us know what your builds are, and if you have questions, let us know. We're all doing this together. So, all right, guys, take it easy.